Hey Noah, real quick. What do you call it when you're driving a long distance?
What?
Virgin Mobile. Roll the credits, bitch.
We are very opinionated people.
You mean we're assholes? Welcome back, guys, to the FullofBS podcast with myself and Noah.
What's going on, guys?
It's just two guys who act like we know everything, but actually don't know shit.
But actually, we know everything.
So here, I want to get straight into it, right? I want to talk about something that happened over last weekend.
Let's do it.
And I think this was actually the day after we did the podcast, so like the day that we released it, whatever.
So you held it from me for a long period of time.
Dude, I tried to tell you, and then I'm like, wait, proper segment.
Okay,
for
let's do it.
So listen to this, right? So I'm with the boys all day long, right? So we go downtown. We go to this place that if you're in Toronto, you'll know it. It's called Cabana. First time I've ever been there. They wanted to go see some shitty DJ, and they called me like 10 minutes before they left, saying, "Yo, we got an extra ticket, just reach." I'm like, "Fuck it, whatever, let's go." So we go. It's EDM. It's kind of no offense, EDM when it comes to like their raves and stuff are kind of shit.
Yeah, not your style. But
Like it's not that even it's my style. Like I can go like if you have like a really big DJ or like a big festival, I don't mind like going and having fun, but like it's not like it's not a concert, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel the same to me, right? And that's just my opinion. Go fuck yourself if you have a different one. But whatever. So we go, we have a good time. My boy has to come home, so I go with him home, while some of the other guys stay for a little bit longer, whatever. And they're saying like no one's eaten, so we're gonna watch the final. We're gonna watch Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and like eat somewhere, right? So I'm like, okay, guys, go ahead. I'll meet you guys a bit later. I have something to do. Really, I have to go to the bathroom because I was out.
the classic.
Yeah, classic. I was out all day. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like 10:30 at this point, right? PM, and the place closes at midnight. And my boy calls me. He's like, "Yo, they're doing last call." I'm like, "Last call right now?" She's like, "No, last call at 11." Right? I'm like, "So why are you calling me?" Whatever. Right? And I'm like, "That's a little weird," but he's like, "I'll tell you when you get here." So I'm like, okay, order me this, whatever. I get there, right? Right as the server is giving my friends their drinks. And the first thing I thought of was, they've been here for 20 minutes. They're just getting fucking waters now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just setting a preface here, right? I know I take a long time to tell my stories, but so we get there. My boy tells me, he's like, yo, we came to sat down, 7 of us, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then she's like, she immediately said that there's an auto gratuity of 18%.
Okay.
And
that's a little stupid, but anyways.
It is, but it's also the rule of the restaurant. So you kind of have to abide by it. But my friends literally asked her saying, hey, we're going to tip you no matter what. Do you mind just taking the auto gratuity off? That way we don't accidentally like tip you on top of the already auto graded tip. Or something, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
also stupid.
No.
The hell? If the tip's already included, just don't tip.
No, like sometimes you just don't see it. You forget about it. You just tip. You know what I mean? Okay. Just like something like that. It's like, don't worry, we're going to tip you regardless. But like their whole thing was like, we shouldn't be forced to tip.
Okay. And
I agree, but it's also the rule of the restaurant. And she told you beforehand. Me, if I was there when it happened, I would have been on like the restaurant side because you knew exactly what you were getting into.
Yeah.
But then they said only like 3 or 4 of us are eating. Everyone else is just grabbing like a soft drink and watching the game. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, right? I really don't care. So the server comes in, gives everyone their waters. I immediately say, hey, can I just grab an iced tea? And my buddy already ordered for me, right? So she comes back with my iced tea, and then she comes back with the food 15 minutes later. Never comes back again to like check up on us, ask if we need anything, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, what is going on? Because she's being a good server to every other table she has besides us, right? And I'm like, this is kind of weird. So we eat the food. I'm not joking. The food was actually terrible. Like I immediately.
Yeah, but that's not her fault.
No, but like, I ordered 2 pounds of wings. After eating the first pound, I had like chest burn.
Okay.
Like it was weird, right? Like and it didn't like the meat didn't taste the best, right? It really didn't. But that's not her fault. So the bills come and like I told you some of my buddies only bought like a drink, which is like $3, right? And they each gave her a $5 bill. Like keep the change, right?
Right.
Like who gives at that point?
Yeah,
it's
right? Just a drink. Yeah.
Yeah. She comes back with their change, and they're like, "No, we told you it's all yours. Don't worry about it." She straight up looks at them. She's like, I never want you guys to come back ever again.
What?
Don't you dare come back if you're not gonna tip us fairly. The first thing I thought of was, it was a $3 drink. They gave you $5. That's 60% tip.
Yeah.
Right? And no offense, what do you want? $10 off a $3 drink?
What the hell is this chick's problem?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, chick. Female server, right?
Yeah.
And we look at her. We're like, we're tipping you. What do you mean? Like you didn't. And then my buddy got mad, right? Like he was a manager at a shitty fucking restaurant. You know the place.
Mm-hmm.
You worked there too.
Mm-hmm.
And like another three of us were also servers. And he stands up in front of her face, right? He's not an intimidating guy, but I thought some shit was about to happen, right? He's like, listen here, you bitch. He didn't say bitch. The food was ass.
Yeah.
He articulated the ass,
Yeah.
right? Ass, right?
Yeah.
All the drinks were flat, which they were, by the
Yeah.
way. Like the Coke tasted like iced tea. It was that flat. You know what I mean? The drinks were flat. You never came to check up on us. You never even asked us like anything.
How we're doing.
Like, of course, you're not getting a fucking tip,
Yeah.
right? And my buddy, like, his bill was like $20. He just gave $20, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I had on me was cash at that time, and for some reason, she billed my buddy my food, and not me. So I gave her.
Yeah. So it's just bad all around.
So it just bad all around, and then I look at her. I'm embarrassed for her, right? And I give her a $20 bill. I'm like, if I don't see it, the $16 and change, like we're gonna have a problem, right?
Yeah.
I didn't say that because I'm a pussy, but like, still, imagine that. She literally told us to never come back. She said if we're not willing to tip, to never go to a restaurant. And I looked at her. Everybody was gonna tip her, right? And if somebody wasn't, you know how I am. I would have tipped for them if they didn't tip, right?
Right.
Like, watch your fucking mouth
Yeah.
when you speak to somebody.
Okay, so a few things here to dissect. The first one is if the server gives you attitude.
No.
Oh my god!
No tip.
It's not that I don't even tip. I just come back 100 times harder.
Yeah.
So
do me a favor, sorry, it's kind of bothering me. Come here for a sec. There's some shit on your hands. It's pissing me
good.
off.
For example, once we went to a patio at school.
At your school, okay?
I'm a school. It's called Kentucky, right? So same kind of thing. The food took forever, even though it wasn't that busy.
Yeah.
The guy never checked in on us. And then he also had like some kind of attitude as well.
Okay.
So when the bill came, hell no, there's no chance I'm going to tip. And at this point, it wasn't like before where I was like young and didn't tip. Like if you're a good service, I'll tip.
Of course.
Right?
If you're normal service, you'll tip.
So yeah. So he was terrible, like noticeably bad. Right?
Okay.
So when the bill comes, I don't tip. Right? And he like says a comment like, "Oh, that's such a nice tip that you gave me," some shit like that. Right? And I just like, I forget what I said, but it was something along the lines of, yeah, next time be better. Or like just some shit where I just dropped the hammer. Like, don't fuck with me, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I would have approached that situation, where you just drop a statement that it's like, I'm not taking your bullshit kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's one.
Can I interject real quick?
Yes.
As a server, okay, if someone pays debit and they don't tip, the first thing that comes to my mind, besides the fact, oh, maybe they're not tipping, is maybe they're leaving a cash tip.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll never disrespect somebody like that unless they were like just talking bad to me the whole time.
Right.
Like I've never talked back to a table. Right. I've always like if anything was like they were arguing me, it was apologies. There was only one time where I almost snapped at a table, and that's because it was their third time coming to the restaurant. Three of them ordering steaks at a shitty restaurant, same place that you worked at, and not tipping on like $80 bills, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
So it kind of leads me into something that I wanted to talk about, because she was a bitch or whatever.
Oh, she was
my server. He was a bitch also, right? You know, we play both sides here. Anyways,
both a man and a woman can be bad servers.
Yeah. So anyways, I was just driving the other day and I came to this realization that older sayings, as you get older, like there's some sayings that you hear throughout your life, right?
Yes.
Like it's something that's carried on for a long time. The older you get, the more true they become. And this is where it's going to lead into the server, where one of the sayings that I've always heard is it doesn't cost anything to be nice, right?
Yeah.
When you hear that as a kid, that doesn't mean anything to
Yeah.
you, right? It's like, oh, okay, I'll be nice, whatever. Yeah. But then it's like, you know, I think a lot of those sayings, it's for somebody else, how they perceive you, right? Yeah. So it's this server maybe is having a bad day, but to just put a smile on your face and just, be a nice person, give the other person a nice experience. There's your tip right there. Maybe you say, okay, I apologize. There's something in the kitchen that happened and whatever. Then you guys, I'm sure, because you guys are also like normal people, would understand the circumstances. Yeah. Right? So that's what I'm saying, where it's like, older sayings are just become more true as you go through life.
Like, here's what I don't get, right? Like, I've had this happen to me, and I've seen it happen, right? I've never done it to somebody, but like, especially when I was serving at the sports bar that you know of, like a table would like just rip into me for no fucking reason, right? And like, they would like get up and leave for whatever reason, and like 95% of the time, I knew it wasn't my fault, right? It was either the actual person ordering the food, or maybe it was the back of house, maybe something happened, right? You just never know. Like, I remember like they would stand up and leave. I would stand there for like 2-3 seconds, right? Turn to my other tables, smile, boom. Yeah. Right? Automatically, they felt bad for me. Extra tip.
Exactly. That's what I mean. You get what you ask for, kind of thing.
And like, same thing like happened. Like, I would be sitting at a table and I'd see someone get their shit kicked in. I would literally yell across the fucking restaurant, tell the person fucking that's yelling to go fuck themselves. And then the server would like smile at me and I'd be like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you got him.
Like
you got him.
Right? Yeah. Like, have some respect for human people, bro.
Human
people.
And it's also like, you can't fight fire with fire. That's another old saying. Don't fight fire with fire. And what's funny is that we posted a TikTok. Shout out to our TikTok, FullofBS podcast. We'll have that in the description there.
Every time.
Last week, I guess we'll kind of revisit it now that the trial has ended around the world. The Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. So Johnny Depp won, whatever. It's all good. We all knew he was going to win. Or had a very good feeling he was going to win. I said last week that even though Amber Heard is a bad person, I don't think she deserves the amount of hate that she's getting on social media. Right? Everybody in my comment section, our comment section, was basically saying she deserves it. She deserves it. I just can't agree with that.
You know what though? We gotta say one thing first. Everyone in our comments was very respectful of like our opinion.
I will appreciate that.
Yeah, they didn't call us out and be like, you're a fucking retards, because they know that we're not saying she's in the right. We know she's in the wrong.
Yes,
right?
I know she's in the wrong, and I know she's a bad person. Listen, she doesn't deserve praise. I'll say that. But I don't think, picking apart exactly what she says, or, oh, look at the way she looks at the jury like that.
Did she snort cocaine in front of the judge?
It's like, what? First of all, what benefit does it do for you that the fact that you're just making fun of someone who you don't know? You don't know them even, right? Like, you think you know them, but you don't. It's just a random person. And it's like, would you do that to anybody else if it wasn't Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard? If it was some random two people, nobody would give a fuck.
I mean, you're right, but like, we all know that at the end of the day, she's a cunt.
Yes, right? I agree with that.
At the end of the day, she's a bitch. Like, she deserves to lose. The fact that her net worth is now negative for like 8 million is hilarious. I don't know if you saw that fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
But when you have 1 billion people calling you a cunt, even though you are a cunt, it's a lot.
It is a lot. It just doesn't make sense. They just add fuel to the fire, Yeah. Don't get it.
Like, anyways. Like, don't forget, someone like her probably will not change. But I do want to actually come back to this, because everyone who hated the outcome of the trial didn't hate it because they thought Johnny Depp was in the wrong. They hated it because of what it sets for women in the future.
Go on.
Like, I don't understand. I know we talked about it last week a little bit, so I'll just kind of skim through it. But like, everyone who I asked about the trial who didn't appreciate the ending of it, they all said because now women are going to be afraid to speak up.
Right.
And I'm looking at them, I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think what's going to happen now is that men won't be afraid to speak up. You know what I mean? Because don't forget, like, even if it's like 20% of abuse is men, we don't allow men to come forward and say that. Like, I don't know if you ever watched like some older TV shows or something, but like, let's say like an old episode of Family Guy, because I know this for real, right? And it's kind of a stupid explanation, but like the episode said men cannot be sexually harassed because they like it. And I'm like,
it's kind of funny.
It is.
But anyways, like, it's a horrible thing, but
yeah,
it's I'm just like, joke.
Just because it doesn't happen as much doesn't mean we should shame a dude for coming out. Like,
Right.
there was a YouTuber whose YouTuber girlfriend came out. I forgot what his name was. He does like a bunch of top 10 stuff. Like, I think Matthew something.
Sure.
He came out as being abused by his girlfriend, and the majority of people were like, a dude can't get abused by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, my guy, there's
sure.
physical 100%, but there's also emotional. There's like all that
ruining
stuff.
his career kind of thing.
Yeah, well, that's Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I never understood why people were like, oh, like I don't understand. Like, this is gonna be bad for women. And I'm like, no, it's gonna be good for people who are abused.
Mm-hmm.
Because you came out as both sides can get
Yeah.
abused.
I
That's
mean-
my whole thing.
I mean, here's the thing, and it's kind of going to lead me to somewhere where men think in black and white. They think in black and white, right? Women overthink everything. And I'll give you an example. So last weekend, a girl, she wanted to hang out, right? And I said, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to hang out this weekend. I worked hard all week, right?
Okay.
She wanted to, like, go out and do something. I was like, I'm tired. Just not this weekend. It doesn't mean, like, during the week I'm not going to hang out. Just Saturday and Sunday, specifically, I wanted to just chill, right?
Okay.
So the weekend goes by, whatever. I call her on, like, Monday, right? Being like, okay, let's hang out on Tuesday, whatever.
Okay.
She goes, just so you know, I thought about what you said all weekend. And I was like,
All weekend.
all weekend. Thought about it all weekend. And I was like, what is there to think about? Like, I said exactly what I mean.
But you didn't.
I'm tired. I worked hard the whole weekend. I just want like 2 days to kind of just like chill out.
You just want to lie
Yeah.
down, watch some TV.
Yeah, and it's not
chill
even
out.
that I'm still like, it's not like I'm just lying in my house doing nothing. Like, I'm still going to the gym. We're doing the podcast, right? It's not like I'm just, if I had nothing to do and I was just sitting in my house, sure. But, you know, she thought about it all weekend. And it goes back, what a guy says, he means.
90% of the time.
I would say, yeah, most of the time.
No, because some dudes play that game too. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but yeah, a girl was just like, she took it somewhere else where I was like, I'd never thought about it. But I will say that's a good dynamic. You need someone who kind of overthinks things and then someone who thinks simply.
I mean, yes and no, right? Because, like, if I'm trying to say this without being like an asshole, like if I'm talking to a girl and she says, "Oh, I can't chill," like I know we've made plans for this date, but something came up. First time, I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
First time, right? If they say, you know, let's reschedule to this, whatever. If they don't say reschedule, then I'm like, something's up, right?
Yeah.
But like if they keep just playing that game of like, oh, I have to reschedule the day of or whatever, I'm like, all right, there's something going on here, right? You can catch on to it, right?
Yeah, yeah. But that's still thinking in black and white.
No, it's benefit of the doubt. It's like you don't know this person, you don't know what their family situation is.
Yeah.
Like shit can happen. Like, and I would assume, don't forget black and white, that like if I said the same to a girl, like I had to reschedule, I don't need a reason to, as long as I actually give a date to reschedule.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing where it's like, I've literally seen, like, just like you, I would talk to a girl and I would say something, she'd be like, what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like,
Exactly.
I'll literally be like, read it again, because that's what it means, right?
You misogynistic pig. Bro.
No. Like,
Read it again.
yeah, read it again. I'm
Yeah.
not this.
Facts, though. Facts.
It's like, what do I have to lie to you about?
Yeah.
Someone that I don't fucking know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I know. I agree. I agree 100%.
Like, I don't get it. Like, and especially here, I'll give you another story about a girl. So I think I brought this up on the podcast, but it actually has a lot of current day relevancy. Where so this one girl that I was set up with, we ended up we hung out like half a dozen times, wasn't working out. We said it's all good, right? And one of the main reasons that she didn't like being around me after was because I had different political views than her.
I think you said it on the podcast.
I did.
before.
I just gotta kind of
Yeah.
quick it.
Okay.
And she's like, I pick her up. One of her first questions that she asked on like our fourth or fifth date was, who would I vote for in America, Trump or Biden?
Yeah.
This was like a year ago, right? And I'm like, I don't think you want the answer to that.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I hate both of them, just FYI. But I usually vote conservative either way I go. So no matter, usually I would just vote the guy on the right side.
Right.
And she got mad about that, right? And she was like, I would vote NDP, like wherever I could. Now we just had our election, right? Our provincial election.
Yes, sir.
Did you go and vote?
I did.
Apparently, like only 40% of eligible voters actually went out.
Really, eh?
But there's a new term, super majority,
What's that?
bro. So in order for our province to have a majority government,
Mm-hmm.
they needed like 60 seats out
Okay.
of like 100 and like it was like 62 out of like 121 or some shit like that, right? I don't remember the number. We had like 80 to 85 seats. The next best was NDP at 23. The Liberals had like 6 seats.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think you know that goes to show you. I think everyone's starting to understand that Trudeau sucks, and I like it's not my political view. I'm saying like I think everyone's blaming him for COVID.
Yeah, I the thing is, I don't follow politics that much to know if Trudeau is like what he did was good or bad. But what I know is that he's not a good leader.
When it comes to politics, we actually know everything.
Yeah. It's not that. I just don't think he's a good leader. That's all it is.
He's
like
a drama teacher.
I don't look at him and I'm like, that is like a man of strength. You know, that's like somebody I want running our country. When I look at him, I just don't think that.
Yeah, I don't see him. I'm like, that's the man who runs 40 million people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
So that and it also like people will say like that doesn't translate, but I kind of think it does. Like, you know, your captain, let's say he's the captain of Canada, right? Or in any sport, let's say even a team setting, the captain doesn't need to be the most skilled player or the most outspoken player, right? He's someone that sets a standard. That's what it is. And when I look at Trudeau, I don't like see him as someone that sets a standard, you know?
I don't know. The way I see it, bro, like if Team USA had if Team USA basketball had a captain, it wouldn't just be like the guy drafted this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be fucking LeBron James.
Yeah.
Or like
he's a good leader.
Or someone who's maybe not the best player now.
Yeah. But like LeBron's the captain today.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you have all those like I guess Giannis wouldn't be on the team.
Giannis is
but
Greece.
you know, LeBron's not the best player. Let's say there was a all-team NBA.
Okay.
You take all the best players.
You have Jokic, Giannis.
You have LeBron on that
Steph
team
Curry.
without a doubt, and he's the captain of the
Yeah.
team.
You don't have Kyrie Irving, the captain, sitting out 60 games.
Hell no.
Because he doesn't want to get vaxxed.
Trudeau, if I would like compare him to an NBA player, he would be like
Brian Scalabrine.
No, because he's still a good politician. I would say he's like a Devin Booker, bro. I don't look at Devin Booker as a leader.
You see him as like a 3.5 star player.
Nah, he's a skilled player. He's a very good player, but he's not a leader.
This is the dumbest fucking analogy I've ever heard in my fucking life. But no, like that's what I mean. Like whatever. Like I hope that we get a new prime minister, strictly because ever since Trudeau came into office, a lot of things happened that I disagree with.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's not even his fault. I just don't read into it too much. But like, gas prices has
That's
fucking
the
tripled.
first thing that came to my mind.
We were the worst. Like the worst respondents to COVID I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, when America's doing better than you in something, you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, Americans, but you guys agree with me
Yeah.
on that. Like shit like that, right? But like we're in debt up the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like just shit like once again, I don't fucking read heavily into it. I just think like if it's anyone to blame, it's the top of the food chain.
Yeah. I mean, COVID, perfect example. How terrible we handled that is just the worst. Worse than the world, I want to say almost.
Like we have like the worst housing market. We can't get you can't get a fucking job to save your bro. Like, listen to this, bro. So I told you, like I'm applying, right? I'm applying my fucking ass off, and I'm not blaming Trudeau for this. I just wanted to segue, but
Nah, it's Trudeau's fault.
it is all his fault. So as you guys know, it's been hard as fuck for me to find a job, right? I have an interview actually on Monday.
Nice.
But I've literally applied to I want to say 300 different places at this point, right? And like it got to the point where like I was applying in Ontario, and every time I clicked on a new application, I've already did it. You know what I mean? So I widened my search. I'm like, hey, you know what? If there's like a remote job in like somewhere in Canada, I'll take it.
Right.
Or because the filter is only Toronto, so if there's a job in Mississauga or Vaughan, I wasn't getting it, right? So like, okay, I'll open up the thing, right? So I'm applying, and I guess once or twice I messed up, and I clicked on an application that was on another side of the country, but in person, right? Maybe I thought it was remote, maybe I just didn't read it, whatever. I got like 4 callbacks within like 3 hours.
Jeez.
If I want to go work in Vancouver, I can do that and make $55,000 a year.
Nice.
Not 45, 55, right? If I wanted a job in Nova Scotia, I had it already. And these are like cool jobs too. It was like sports marketing.
Cool.
And
why
like,
didn't you take it then?
I'm not moving to Nova Scotia.
Oh, it's not remote.
It was actually, yeah, it was like in person. It was like, I told you, I made the mistake where maybe I just misread one of them.
Right.
Whatever. But I got callbacks in like, I went to go play soccer after I did my applications. I came back to these 4 like text messages, emails, whatever. Right? And I was so excited. I was fuck yeah, you know, I have some options finally.
Mm-hmm.
And then I look up the jobs and I'm like, oh, I fucking just teased myself.
Right.
I just gave myself a striptease.
Mm-hmm. So what do you got coming up on Monday?
Monday is an actual company in Mississauga.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a legit marketing firm. The only thing I'm a little worried about is that it's sales and marketing. But if it's not direct sales, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, if
You know
you're
what I
in the
mean?
marketing, you're in the marketing.
Yeah, and like from what I've heard, it's like an actual like really it's like 1,000 to 5,000 employees.
Oh, nice.
They have training facilities. Like they have like mentorships.
Yeah.
You can mentor people. So, like cool shit. Excuse me. Cool shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Hopefully it goes well. I'm really what's it called? I was a server, so I know how to be happy even when there's some bullshit.
Yeah.
So that way people like me, you know, give me extra tip. But yeah, like hopefully shit goes well, but you never know. But I'm just saying, like, why is it that I can get a managerial spot in Nova Scotia now,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't get some bullshit internship in Toronto?
Well, Toronto's also like the most populated city in Canada.
Okay, but I can get a job in Vancouver right now if I wanted to. And this would be
It's not as populated.
Vancouver is super populated.
It is, but it's not as populated.
It's not as populated because they don't have like a GTA where it's like a bunch of different areas. They just have like the 2 or 3 big ones, you know what I mean?
Right.
But even then, like they have the most expensive housing market in fucking Canada, like number 3 in the fucking world or some shit, or North America, sorry.
Yeah.
Just shit like that, right? And I can get a job there getting paid nearly double what they want to offer me here. Okay, not double, like fucking 30% extra.
Yeah, I mean the competition is fierce over here. That's for sure. I mean everybody, saying even if they didn't that they're some manager of a company nobody's heard about. They'll just straight up lie. They'll just straight up lie.
You trying to insinuate something?
No. I'm saying like a lot of
the manager of a company. That
No. I'm just saying like they'll put like, oh, I'm like the manager of. I was a marketing manager, even though I have 1 year of experience at McDonald's.
Yeah,
but anyways, I wanted to change the subject though.
Go for it.
I was telling you about this upstairs about like how I saw some video on TikTok about the chest press.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I do go on TikTok, a lot of my feed is gym stuff. I don't know if yours is the same way.
It is, but I fucking hate them. I hate all. They're all such fuckboy shit.
No. What do you mean? At least what I see is a lot of the, or at least the ones I follow, and then it kind of like filters my feed is like stuff people have been personal trainers for a long time. There's like a lot of tips and stuff like that. It's good. I think it's very good.
Okay.
But it's not my point. My point is the gym TikTok community is the best community by far on the platform.
I disagree.
I'll say my point and then you say your point back. I've seen videos of like people showing their transformations, and maybe they're not like the ones that are super shredded and like like their physique is like some Greek god. Okay, that's like an exception. I'm talking about the ones that are like they don't look like that. They look like an average guy, but then you check the comments and all the comments are like, keep going, bro, or you're like, you got it, something like that. I don't see that anywhere else on TikTok. Anywhere.
Okay.
It's a very inclusive community and a knowledgeable one too.
Two things. One, every community on TikTok is equally shit. Okay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right? Number two, the thing that it pisses me off with the TikTok gym community is it's one of two things. It's either calling out bad behavior. Cool, go for it, whatever. I don't know. You know the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Be better. That guy.
Yeah.
Right. Mind your own damn business.
But I like that guy.
Yeah, he's cool. Like he's the only one that I follow. I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And two, it's a bunch of like self-indulging bullcrap where it's like you just need people to tell you that you're doing good. You know what I mean?
Some people need that.
But why? Why can't you? Like I never understood that, right? Because like
I don't need that, but maybe other people do.
like me, I fuck around, right? Like my brother, he gets mad like so like he'll get mad when I look at myself. So in front of him, I'll be like, yo, I'm a fucking huge man. You know what I mean? Like I'll fuck with him. But I don't need people telling me that I'm fucking massive to know that I'm doing good in the gym.
No, that's fine. I agree with that. And then those are the people that, you know, every community there's gonna have outliers. I'm just saying from what I see, it's a good community. Like a lot of TikToks are also like people that maybe they were like afraid to go to the gym or something like that. They'll make a TikTok and literally every comment is a positive one.
I know, but what I'm saying is like maybe you know what? Maybe it's just ignorant of me to think about it because I don't know the other side of it because I've always been good with my fucking with my personal view of myself. But I don't get why every single person needs this self-validation, right?
That's a different story, though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't need 1,000 people telling me that I'm doing good to know that I'm doing good.
It brings me to this.
Go ahead.
Self-validation. Maybe it correlates. Maybe it doesn't. I don't really know. Depends what your definition of self-validation is. When I go on like Instagram and stuff and I see people have taken pictures and like posted it from going out, like, you know, like the girls will dress up nicely, and not even girls, also like, I don't know, like just people that I follow, it's like a group picture of them going out and stuff. It made me like, why? At what point in the night were you like, everybody come in, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture together. Everybody smile, do a silly face. That never happens at the parties that I go to, ever.
Can I tell you
ever.
what?
It'd be like a fucking mood killer, bro.
Here's the thing. Like I know what you're talking about. It's what's it called? It's a friend group thing, right? Where like some of them do, some of them don't. Like my friends, they love to do it, right? And I don't know why per se. I mean, we don't really do it anymore. But before, when we used to be friends with like a certain amount of people, every time we were preing, we'd have to take photos, right? And I'm just like, who are we trying to impress here?
Exactly.
Like
what the hell? Or you need like someone to be like, oh, you look so good tonight. Like that's what I mean by self-validation.
Like I told you, like I go on a lot of vacations with my family, and like I will see some guys who I haven't seen in a while be like, yo, you're on vacation all the time. I'm like, how do you realize? How do you know? Like, oh, because there's photos of you everywhere going different places. I'm like, oh, my mom and my dad, right? Mm-hmm. Which is different because you know they're just enjoying their life, like. I think they do it so that way they can look back on it and be happy.
Yeah, it's also like different.
Like also partly they need their 6-7 fucking Facebook friends to talk.
Also, it's actually completely different because those are family photos. And it's like
yeah, you're right,
it's stuff like you can look back and be like, oh, remember when we went here and we went there, right?
But then like when I go to a club, right, and like we're preing and like everyone's like, yo guys, or like they'll smack me on my back, yo Jamie, me and you photo right now. I'll be like, yeah, no problem, but like.
You'll never be that guy.
Only time I'll do that is my birthday, probably.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, my birthday's coming up, bitches. None of you are invited. But
that's
yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't get it. There's like fucking picture of 20 people going like, you know, like fucking some shit like that.
You know what
I would literally not get in that picture.
Do you know what I think it does though? I think it actually is part of the reason that our generation is actually depressed.
Yeah.
Because we're out having a good, like, we're going to go out and have a good time, but we have to show everybody that we're having a good time. So the one person who maybe they're spending their Saturday studying or not doing anything, they see all of it and they get upset about it.
And it's like, let me tell you something right now. When you see that all the time, I wouldn't want to be there. I wouldn't want to be there. That means they're not having a good time. Like, could you imagine if at one of our prees, I literally stopped the fucking pre to take a picture, like with everybody? They'd be like, what the hell?
No,
right?
my favorite
like
is
we're having
this.
a good time.
My favorite is this, right? So you're just talking to somebody, maybe you're catching up, right? And someone pulls you aside, yo, let's take a photo, right? And you're like, okay, fine. And everyone's like, say cheese. And you're just like, click.
Yeah.
And you're upset again. And you're like, you just look upset after.
I hate it.
Like that's what I fucking don't get, right? Because like, let's say there's some days you just don't want to go out, right? You just stay at home, whatever. You watch some fucking TV. I'm chilling with my dog maybe. And I go on my phone and like, every single person is like talking about their vacation that they're on right now, or their party that they're going to, and I'm like, I don't give a shit.
No, and let me clarify this. Maybe some of you guys in the comments are gonna be like, oh, you're just jealous that you're not there, you're not in that picture. Let me tell you right now, I am the farthest thing from that. Like, not even fucking close. I'm happy that I'm not there. I'm very happy because my friends are completely opposite like that.
It's not even that. It's like my whole thing is like I have my fair share of like vacations, going out, fun, whatever. you don't need to go out every fucking like. We have some friends who like to go out every fucking day.
No, I'm talking about taking pictures and posting them on social media. You know, you're dressed up fancy. Oh, you're so happy. You're smiling. Bullshit, bro.
Dude, you know what I realized with my Instagram account? So first of all, every single person on Instagram, for the most part, who posts a million photos, like in our age group, delete them all like later down the line. I have photos of me in like 2014, cringe as fuck, still on my IG. Like the person I was then and the person I am now is two different people, but I keep it up because I'm proud of who I was. Because I was, I swear to God, I have a photo of me the day after my birthday at a Walmart with glasses and a helmet on a kid's bike, and the caption was, "I'm cool as fuck right now," but with the K, not with the C.
Yeah,
I'm cool with the K.
You're cool with a K. Okay.
And it's like it's just cringe as shit. Or I have a photo with me going to fucking Montana's, and I have the fucking moose thing on. Me with my acne and my braces, like smiling with the moose thing on. Why should I give, like everyone takes their photos down a month later, and I'm just like, why do you care what other people think about you?
I don't know. And even if you want to take a picture, why do you gotta post it? That's another thing. Maybe you want to take a picture, you're having a fun time, you want to capture the memory. That's fine. But it's like, what I think happens is they take not one picture, not two pictures. They probably take like fucking 50 pictures.
Dude. You ever go on a girl's phone and you just see the amount of selfies they take in a day?
Like when I want to Instagram, let's say, if I'm once in a blue moon, I'll take like 2 pictures, bro.
Dude, legitimately, I think like I'll look at my Instagram and I'll be like, I haven't posted in 9 months.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And then when that happens, you're like, maybe like next time I go out, I'll grab a picture or something.
No, I'll only like if it's I'll post on my birthday because I need them happy birthdays because that's my self-validation. I'm just kidding. But like only if it's like we're going to something that we've never done and it's like really fucking cool. Like if I go to this fucking club and it's like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, and it's like in Miami, not in Toronto. It's like, okay, I'm doing some crazy shit right now. Why not? Or I'm on a cruise ship with my family. Like, that's cool, right? If I'm down the street in someone's basement just fucking drinking, and I'm just and I'm with the bottle.
Oh my God, I'm having the best time ever.
It's just me and the bottle like this, bro. Just like I will actually tell myself in the comments to go fuck myself. You know what I mean?
Could you imagine?
Like if I do
your own comments.
Like if I was drunk and I posted it the next day, I wouldn't even delete it. I would just comment like I'm a fucking loser. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so annoying. And then like you'll go through someone's phone and you'll just see their bathroom selfies that they've taken 50 pictures of that morning, and I'm just like, who are you trying to impress here?
I don't know. I barely take pictures now ever.
Dude, am I the only one that's happy with myself? Like when I dress nicely, the same as when I don't dress nicely at all. Like, people need to, like, you know what I mean?
I think it's more like I don't have to take a picture of myself when I dress nicely.
No, but I think the thing is like, because for some people it's gotten to a point where, like, no matter what, as long as they don't look like a bum, they need to take photos to remember themselves. And I'm like, I know I'm happy with myself if I look like a bum or if I look like I'm like $1 million. You know what I mean? I don't get why everyone has this obsession with, like, best example. If you have so much fucking makeup on that you look like a clown, right? And you look like a completely different person when you take it. Like, there's some TikToks out there where it's literally a corpse. Girl looks like death, right?
Okay.
And she goes in the bathroom, comes out, looks insanely good.
Oh, I think I know.
It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate catfish.
Or if it's like, it's a man, and you don't know.
Oh yeah. You're like, damn, oh fuck.
Yeah.
No, you know what though? In high school, you tried to get me with that, bro. I remember you showed me a picture. You showed me a picture of someone, right? And you're like, yo, is she hot? And the second you said that, I knew something was up. So I'm like, I don't know. The first thing I said was, how old is she?
Yeah.
Right? And then you're like, that's a guy. And I'm just like, good thing I didn't say anything.
Yeah. I remember that.
Like, you tried to fuck with me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, that's misogynistic of you. But, like, everyone just look normal, man. Like,
yeah, it does. The makeup's crazy, bro.
To be fair, I shouldn't really be talking right now because I'm in track pants and a white shirt. But, like,
who cares?
Who gives a fuck?
The makeup's crazy, though. Like, I was at the mall because I needed to buy some new shirts because your man's getting big, you know, and all the shirts.
Shut the fuck up.
All my shirts literally got small.
Fitness is my passion, bro. It's a lifestyle.
Anyways, so I'm going and I'm like, bro, like first of all, like 50% of the mall is just fucking makeup, bro. And then it's like the other 40% is clothes for women, and then 10% is for men.
You know why?
Of the mall.
You know why?
Because women shop more. That's fine.
Well, not. I mean, yeah. I was about to say, look at a woman's closet versus a man's closet.
Right.
Man will have like 3 shirts and call it a day.
So whatever. I'm buying my shirts, right? And when I'm shopping, I'm realizing there's so many women in the men's section. I'm like, 90% of the store is built for you. And the other 10%, the only little, every single mall as well, it's like, or every single store, the whole thing is women. And then it's like kids and men put together in the corner, bro. I'm like, in the only little tiny spot in the mall, you have to fucking rate it?
Like, oh, yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what, right?
Such bullshit,
I'll tell you what. So I was at a Forever 21, right? Because they like, I remember going there and they had some dope-ass flannels, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought I was different by wearing flannels, right? And I look at the store and I'm walking around. I'm like, where the fuck is the section that I saw before? And it was literally like in the corner of my eye, like literally like a little sprinkle of the store was for men. And I saw a woman shopping there, and I look at them like, dude, if you don't have a boyfriend that you're buying this for, I'm ripping the fucking shirt out of your hands and I'm buying it myself, you fucking bitch. Like, you don't see me buying your skirts.
Yeah. Imagine we just walked in and bought all the good stuff.
I'm gonna go buy your thongs and just put it on. So pause, by the way.
Well, I forget who I told that to, but someone was saying that maybe the women are buying it for their boyfriends or
not all
whatever.
of them.
I doubt it, bro.
No. I know women who buy a lot of men's clothing because it's more comfortable.
Right, and I also think if you were buying it for somebody else, the guy would be there with you, because you don't know the size, if it fits or if he likes it.
At some point,
I guess.
No. You're dating someone for 3 years. You know what their size is.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, I just thought that was like an interesting
I don't
thing.
know. People just fucking pissed me off in that sense. It's like, let me have my small little bit, my small section.
Yeah, just small, tiny space in the corner,
like, you don't
bro.
see me going to fucking, I don't know, what's a guy's store? Is there a guy's store? Do we even have a guy's store, a guy's clothing store?
I honestly don't think so.
Bro, where's the equal representation?
Bro, that's the next business idea.
Where's the equal representation?
A men's store, and we don't allow women in it.
No, you just have one small section. You just have one small section.
Yeah, we'll flip it.
I'm trying to think.
No, it's a terrible idea.
Oh, I mean, I guess maybe Nike's 50-50 still. I'm trying to think. Is there actually a men's store that we can just go and buy the only women's clothing they have?
No, there's no shot.
I mean, that sounded really sus. I'm not gonna lie. Now I think about it after I said that. But we don't have a guy.
No.
Hold up.
I don't think it doesn't make a business sense because guys don't shop that much.
All you feminists, where's the equal representation here?
Yeah. No, it doesn't make business sense because
but my guy,
your market's too small.
This is equal opportunity here. It doesn't have to make sense.
Equal rights.
Come on. Yeah. Where's the 50% of bricklayers who are?
Yeah. Let me see. Well, you got anything else over there? Let's see what else I got here.
I'm actually kind of done on my part. I don't really have much.
Okay, I got one more thing over here.
We'll spitball.
Yeah. So, last podcast, you asked me what a successful life means to me.
Okay.
And, I rewatched it, and I wasn't really happy with my answer. Part of the reason is you kind of just you threw it at me, and I didn't have time to think about it.
Yeah, blame me for your faults.
I mean, it was kind of what it was, but so I thought about it. Right, I want to revisit it because I want to have a nice chat about what is successful life, right? Because last time we just kind of threw our ideas out there.
Okay.
So I thought about it, right? And 2 things came to mind. So to live a successful life really is 1, taking risks in life, and 2, overcoming challenges. So they're very similar. But to live a successful life, what does that mean, right? And everybody will have a different opinion on it, right? So someone will say, I want to be super rich. And someone else will say, for me, success is having, a good family, let's say.
Okay.
Right? So let's take risks, for example. You want to take a risk. Well, if you want a good-looking wife and you want nice kids and stuff like that, the risk is you need to go talk to a girl that's a very good-looking girl, right? Which a lot of guys don't have the balls to do.
Okay.
Right? Or let's say you want to be super rich, right? You're not going to get super rich from a 9-to-5 job. I'll tell anybody that right now. More often than not. You're not going to be like some super millionaire, right?
Okay, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You got to take a risk. You got to start your own business. You got to like believe in yourself. And then the other part of that is like overcoming the challenges. So it's like, okay, you want to start a business. How are you going to do that? What's the first challenge that comes with that? And how do you progress to the next part? Or, you want a good looking wife. You talk to the girl and it's like, okay, how do I get a relationship out of this now? Right. So the first step is taking the risk. The next step is overcoming a challenge. And then if you do that, I think personally, you will fit the definition of a successful life to you. So overcoming risk and doing a challenge, because there's no other way to get to your desired goal without doing that.
Okay. So let's pedal back a little bit, right? So you're saying overcoming risk.
No, taking risks.
Sorry, taking risk and overcoming adversity, right?
Or challenges, yeah. Any kind of challenge.
Adversity is challenge.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay, that makes sense, right? And like everyone has their own definition of success, and that's fine. The only issue with everyone having their own definition is the fact that they could change it, and they could come to a realization that they were wrong.
Okay.
Right? This doesn't pertain to you or me or whatever. But for me, success is being there for I want to be a family guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is a family guy. Sorry. But yeah, I want to be a family guy. I want to make enough money to support my kids, but I don't necessarily need to make millions a year. I don't.
That's fine. Well, that's what I mean. Everybody has their own definition.
Yeah, to everyone go for what makes you happy. My whole spiel was really about like, can you be happy if you do something you love, or if you just do it for the money, right? Like if you just have a job making $100K a year, doing some shit that you fucking hate, or you're doing something for $80K with something you love. You know what I mean? Like it's all about understanding the risks, the differences in.
It's exactly what I said, bro.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing. I'm agreeing to it in all the ways. Like for you, I would assume that success has to do a lot more with running your own successful company. What's it called? And then after that, being able to support your kids and your family with no financial boundaries in a sense.
Right. So let's say you if you could be a drummer, and that's your whole life, you would feel like you succeeded, right? Because you did something you loved your whole life. That was your career. Let's say.
Okay.
The first thing is taking the risk. Not everybody will take the risk of wanting to become a musician. It's a risky thing to do.
Yeah.
Right? But if you are able to do it by taking the right steps forward, you will live your definition of a successful life because you're doing something that you love. And you're saying, it's not about the money per se, right? It's more about doing something that you love. And that's what you're going to be doing your whole life if you take the right steps.
But no matter what, money's a factor.
I agree.
You can't just be like, I'd be okay making $2 an hour doing what I love.
So say, okay, I want to be a drummer and I want to make $60K a year, right?
Okay.
That's a risk. It's not something that everybody does. But if you're able to do it, you will be much happier than if you didn't. Yeah.
I think my, what's it called? Like my dream, right? And it's not necessarily something that I think, not even that I think could happen because I don't think it would realistically happen. But I don't know if I'd be willing to work on it because of how much I have to put into it. But it would be to sell out like a Budweiser stage as a headlining artist. You know what I mean? Like 17,000 people outdoors with the general admission of people just going fucking buck wild and shit. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Yeah, that's like I know I made it, whatever. But I'm not sure if I'm willing to like go through the years and years and years it takes to get there of like just performing for like 10 people here or 20 people there. You know what I mean?
You got to start somewhere though. You can't start at the top.
No, but I'm saying that's like an unrealistic dream that I think could be fucking cool, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to go for it. You know what I mean? A dream that
anything's possible, bro.
Okay, listen, fuckface.
Okay.
I'm saying like a more not a realistic dream, but a dream that I'd be more set on going for because I could attain it would be to make 200K a year running my own company, and I'd be happy with that life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying like just like a dream that like if I ever see a potential for it, I would go for it. But now I don't think it's needed. Would be like a touring musician, because I don't think being a touring musician is as good as people make it out to be, right? Just like per se, like I don't want to be away from my family for 8 months out of the year,
Right.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that, right? Where don't get me wrong, that hour and a half a day that I'm live on fucking stage with people chanting songs that I made the drums for, fucking cool as shit, right? But the years and years and years that it would take to get there, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm willing to put the effort in.
That's that's the only way you're gonna get there.
But you're not listening. No, but I don't think you.
Like you really want that. Like
No,
if you can snap your fingers and it happens, you would say yes 1,000 times out of 1,000.
Yeah.
Right.
You would too.
Exactly.
So why don't you go for it?
Because my definition of success is
not
running
success.
my own company.
Not
I don't want to
success.
be a musician.
Not success. Dream goal.
To start my own company.
Like if you could snap your fingers and be the best basketball player in the world, you would do it. That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm trying to say.
No. So I want to let's say I want to run my own company. Right. That's my dream. Make lots of money. I'm still taking those steps, but the reason I'm not like starting it today is because the business that I work at now, I'm still learning how to do it.
No, but okay. I think we got a bit off point here.
Okay.
My whole thing is like, if anyone could do anything at the flip of a finger, they would do it, right? Just like I'm saying, like if I could snap my fingers and be a headlining drummer for Led Zeppelin or some shit, or I would fucking do that. I'm saying that it's not a dream that I like need to accomplish in my life.
Okay.
A dream that I need to accomplish in my life is financially what's it called?
Stable.
No, not financially stable. It's like the goal is mostly financial. It's also time like a timely thing.
What about like you said you want to be a family man? Is that a priority to you?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying the time. Like I don't want to be working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right,
I
but
want to be there for my
you can
kids.
start like you go out and you see a pretty girl. If you want a nice family and a good-looking wife, you gotta approach them.
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna happen any other way.
100%. Is there an argument there?
No, there's no argument.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that's like a risky thing,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Like
you're
it
right
takes
in that
balls
sense.
to do it.
Like I think it's also it's an interview question too. What's a short-term goal? What's a long-term goal? Right.
Mm-hmm.
So my short-term goal right now is just get a job, be financially stable, and start working towards my future. What is my future? I told you like a few weeks ago. Just having money for an RSP, having money for a down payment on a house, having a savings account, and having money for today. Right. That is like a short-term goal. Like when I got a phone call asking about what I want to do, that's what I said. And what's a long-term goal? What I said was, for one, like I was kind of a dumbass in high school. I wasn't a bad student. I just didn't care to study or to get an education. And I limited myself before I even got out of my high school. Right? I limited myself in terms of options. So what I would love to do is I'd love to help high school kids like not go down that same path. Right? I'd love to help them understand that, hey, even if you don't like going to school, you should put 100%. You should put 100% effort into it because you don't know what you're gonna like in the future.
Right.
Stuff like that. So that's a long-term goal. Like when I become successful, right? Kind of like a Gary Vee, I guess you can say. But like first of all, the interviewer loved that answer. By the way, she's like, "Oh, you want to help other people?" Oh. I'm like, okay, relax there. This is not America's Got Talent. I don't gotta fucking whatever.
All right, let me shoot some interview questions at you then.
Okay, let's do it.
You tell me. So, what are you applying for? Where are you?
It's a marketing job.
It's just like a marketing firm?
Marketing firm, yes.
All right. So why do you want to work at this firm?
Can you give me like an example of what the firm is so I can give you an answer?
Whatever the thing you're applying for is. All right. We're a marketing firm.
Okay.
We market to different businesses.
How big is the company?
100 employees.
So small but growing.
That's a huge company, 100 employees. But anyways, it's a big company.
Okay.
Anyways.
So first things first, I understand that this will be my first marketing job outside of school, and I do think that this would be one of the best places to start learning from and get my foot in the door. From there, I want to be able to start growing and gain a lot more experience, and I want to at some point become a manager for the company. I want to be able to teach what I learned to other people, and I want to make an impact on this world. In the long term, I definitely think that that I could be very successful with this company, and I think this company could get a lot out from me in the terms of if I enjoy the product, which I do believe I do. I can definitely help get a lot of sales, help you guys get a lot of revenue, and I can definitely help kids that are going to be younger than me to get their first job as well, and to learn and to give you guys a long-lasting relationship.
Okay. First thing, you were speaking way too fast. You gotta slow it down, because it comes off nervous, right? You gotta come in, relax. I'm chill. Like, ask me that question.
How big's your dick?
So, a lot of women say it's quite big. Right? But like stuff like that, even like that, right? You ask me that question, I'm just light and I'm just like, I will get to the point, but it's more like I come off as I'm just normal. I'm a normal person. I'm working. You're asking me questions. I'm answering them.
The thing
That's
is,
like,
I wasn't like
you do want to hit certain points that
Yeah.
you want to come, but you have to just like, normal conversation. Because coming and saying, I think I will be a good manager and I think I will do this and I think I will be good and I will be able to teach people.
not like I think I'm like Elon Musk. So
I know, but it's like I will do this and I will do this and I will do that. It's too like, or I will try and I believe and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
You just have to say, I think, like, you have to know what you want to say and come off, like, you need to basically drill it in your mind so, like, well that it doesn't matter what they ask you. You're just calm, you stay collected, and you're prepared.
My only issue is that like I naturally speak fast.
Yeah.
So like to some people it does seem weird, but like you gotta understand that when I was growing up, especially in like elementary school, I used to talk like this all the time, so no one can understand what I was saying. I always had a big stutter in my life. From grade 1 to grade 4, I had a speech pathologist, and no one can understand what I was saying the whole time. Now slow that down. But yeah, so like I always spoke like that, and I had to and I got a speech pathologist, someone who literally fucking all she did was take her fucking long ass fucking nails, fucking like 3 inches off the fucking finger, and just pinch the shit out of me, so I would speak slower. And it fucking hurt, man. She fucking bruised my fucking chin.
Okay.
I don't know. I got so mad about that, right? But she would like. I had for 3 years someone come in do 50 sessions with me, and the school paid for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where she would just help me learn to speak slower, because once again your boy I spoke so fast I had a stutter problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if you remember that, to be fair.
I don't remember.
But yeah, I had a lot of like learning disabilities with that. Like
Right.
I had I had a personal computer at school for like the first like 4 or 5 years, just because when I typed it would like fix everything for me and tell me why I was wrong. So I would read everything over and like I would learn how to read properly, or learn how to type properly. Or my fucking like when I wrote on a piece of paper, I could only write like 4 words per line because I wrote them huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like just weird things, right? So when it comes to like now, I still like I'll have like spurts of just like talking like this all the time so no one can understand what I'm saying.
Nah, see, I'm the complete opposite there.
You sound high when you speak. You just yo, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but I hit the points. That's
dude,
like
sometimes, bro, they just say it's humongous, and I'm just like,
that's what
I'm
it
just
is.
like, bro, you know what? You're totally wrong. It's kind of small.
But yeah, I think like when you do get interviewed, just stay relaxed. That's like number one. It's just a conversation, just like how you're talking to me, how you're talking to anybody else. They're asking you, oh, why do you want to work for our company? The answer shouldn't be like, I want this and I want this and I think I can do this and I can do that, right? It's more like, I think it's a cool company. I like what you guys are doing. Maybe you check them out. I like what you guys are doing for X, Y, and Z. I think it's a good opportunity to grow. And I'm going to work hard for you. Like, I think it's a good inclusive environment and it's a place where I can succeed, right? I'm not saying I can do this and I can do that, and because they don't care, right?
I mean, they care a little.
They care a little bit, but you have your points on your resume, like bang, bang, bang. They kind of know what you can do.
Yeah.
If you portray it properly on your resume.
Oh, of course. You know what kind of pisses me off
yeah.
though? Like one of my buddies, right? He got a job with Amazon, right? He's doing well, like what he does, but he's staying here and he's doing good, right? Apparently his application is like lit. I don't know like what he's done, whatever. But
who is this, by the way? Okay.
So what's it called? Like I'm not gonna lie, right? So I'm Israeli, I'm Jewish, right? And I was looking through like the resumes and I saw like a super Israeli company name with like it was almost like a Star of David as their fucking symbol, but it was a little different. And their CEO, like the hiring manager, had the most Israeli name ever, right? His last name was like
Mordechai?
No, like it was like something Sherman.
Yeah.
Right? So what's it called? So he asked everyone to email him resumes, not to do it through any link or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it'd be super hilarious if instead of saying like you know when you end an email you say like thank you or regards in your name. I almost said Todagaba.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. Like I thought it'd be funny, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't end up doing it. But I thought it'd be funny to.
It would have been funny.
Yeah, I sent it to my friends as like a joke, and they all got mad. Like, dude, are you trying to get a job or not? That like, are you stupid? You got me for. Look at.
I would say it's a good thing to do.
I know, and I didn't do it because I was like, you know what, might as like. What's it called? If anything, like just keep it normal. It should be fine, right?
I would have encouraged. Why didn't you ask me? I would have encouraged you to do it.
I think I sent you the picture.
I don't think you did.
Whatever.
But it's stuff like that. He'll remember that for sure, and he'll be like, "Oh, there was this guy," and he starts talking about you. I would have 100% encouraged you to do that.
I know, but whatever. So they were losing their mind, right? So the guy I'm telling you about, he's like, "Don't worry about it. That's fine. Who gives a shit?" But there is some things that from just that one picture that I would tell you to fix, and I'm like, "What?" Like, and then everyone again for no reason is like, "Why would you say?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up. I don't like. Let me have some fun, right?" And the first thing he said was, in your attachment where you put the resume, rename the resume every time to the company name first. And I'm like, why? And they're like, so the company thinks that you made that resume specifically for them. And I look at him, I'm like,
who is telling you this? Somebody who's never hired anybody in their life?
Someone who got a job with Amazon.
Okay, but he never hired anybody in his life. He has no idea what he's talking about.
No, but he got tips from a hiring manager is what he said.
Okay.
Right? And I'm just like, you're fucking telling me, right? If I hand in 100 resumes to 100 companies, they each think that I'm doing one resume and one resume only for them? What's going to be different between this resume and that resume?
No, it's easy to do. I mean, before you just drive
Just type I know. He's even said it's stupid as fuck, but these companies are so fucking indulged in their own bullshit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, fine. Right? And then he's like, if you, like, because I fixed my resume, and I didn't even realize that, like, when I saved my thing, it had like the -1, right? He's like, yeah, companies hate that. I'm like, they hate that I redid my resume and I didn't save it under the same name. And they're like, once again, don't talk to me. They're fucking retarded. I'm like, I gotta explain this, right? If you're the hiring manager of a company, right, or it's a small company, so you're like the COO and you're doing the hiring. Why do you care? Like,
they don't care.
It seems like they do, because
No.
I've talked to hiring managers myself. She literally comes up to me, this hiring manager, right? She's like, if you want a job here, you gotta talk about why you love this company so much.
Yeah, fair.
And I'm like, once again, a little weird, because why should any of us give a fuck about this company if we're not working for them? And then she's like, 2, you should have a specific cover letter for every single company that you work for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm not making a new cover letter every single time, right? And number 3, maybe ask for an internship first. I'm like, do you think I work for free?
Why? That's how you get your foot in the door.
But like, I don't understand how much pee-pee sucking do you have to do before they'll give you a fair wage? Don't forget, this isn't like
let's say
not
this.
a managing position. It's a direct entry level.
I'll agree with renaming the
Resume?
The resume to put the company.
Because it takes like
thing.
a second or two. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to do, and it's like, okay, sure, it stands you out. Why not? The cover letter, get a template, copy and paste.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, people don't read that shit. And what was the last thing you said? Anything else besides that?
Yeah. Internship.
Maybe. Depends on the person. If you have no experience, then maybe. But
I'm sorry, but I'm not working for free to hopefully work for a wage later. I don't do free labor.
Yeah, you can do like a week or 2.
It's not a week, bro. They want to do like minimum 4 months.
No, that's too long.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. What do you think? Do you think money's coming out of my asshole that I can go 4 months without a job?
Yeah, no.
Like real like. So I don't get with these fucking companies, right? Because they do have so many people applying to them, and I get that. Or you want to get the best applicants. Mm-hmm. But at what point are you getting the best applicants or the best bullshitters?
No, because you can't bullshit experience.
I'm not saying bullshit experience. I'm saying like everything has to be tailored towards them, so that way they think that you give a shit. When I'm sorry, 95% of your workforce doesn't care about your company.
Yeah, they look and they see what can this person do. More or less, they look at what you can do and hire you based on that.
I mean, that's why you didn't hire me, but still. You know what? Next time I apply to your company, I'm going to do what's it called? Your company
Marketing
name first.
manager at Google.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so ridiculous. And like I told you already, like I can get a job in Nova Scotia as a manager right now, with, right?
Yeah.
Or I can go to Vancouver and get an entry level job and get paid 10 to 15K more than what anyone will pay me here. And I'm just like, that's kind of ridiculous.
That's just the world, bro. That's just the world.
I don't know. I think it's kind of stupid. But if you want to talk about stupid, we have NBA Finals talk here. Okay, listen to this shit, right? So, Golden State, in my opinion, is the best team in the NBA.
Okay.
But there's something really wrong with them. And it's not because they lost game 1, but it partially is.
Okay.
When your shooters aren't hitting 3-point shots in basketball, why do you continuously take 3-point shots?
Because they're the best shooters in the world.
I'm sorry. If you have an open layup or an open mid-range or a contested 3, why is it you're always taking a contested 3?
Are you going to be mad if Curry takes the 3?
If he's 0 for 10, yes.
No, I will never be mad. Because there's nobody better, bro.
No, if he's 0 for 10 and he's letting open shots go away because he wants to
that's a different story.
But that's what I'm saying. Because I don't know if you watched the game, right? But they were up like pretty heavily going to the fourth quarter, and they only scored 16 points and they led in 40.
Yeah.
And if you watch the last 6 minutes, they didn't score at all because they just took 3-point shots for no reason. The game was close. Take the 2, rely on some defense, take the open shot, right?
No, I agree with you.
Like I'm sorry, if I miss three threes in a row that are open, why do I think I'm gonna make the fourth one contested?
You don't, but Steph Curry does.
I'm a better shooter than Steph Curry.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean the 3-point shooting is just like it's too much. It's like literally every fucking shot.
I don't know if you realize this, but every single finals, or every single playoffs, or every single regular season, every single year, they break the record for threes attempted.
It's annoying too.
Not even made, attempted.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's literally every fucking shot, every possession. There's a 3-point.
And I'm just like, the game is getting bad because of it, right?
And the refs. Don't get me started on the fucking refs.
No, fuck the refs, man.
They have way too much power, in my opinion.
I've never seen a sports game where you as one team have to face 2 teams at once.
Yeah, and
being the opposing team and the refs.
It's literally ruining the sport.
I stopped watching it for the most part.
Yeah, me too. Because it's like every possession, it's a foul and then a 3-pointer, or it's like bro, just fucking let them play, man. He fucking got tapped on the back when he was going for a layup, like, you touched him.
You talking about the Al Horford foul?
No, just like in general, just in general. Oh my god, I got touched. He touched my wrist. No, not even on a jump shot. Just like you're dribbling, he touches your wrist. Oh, it's a fucking foul, bro.
You know what though? I gotta praise Adam Silver for this, because Adam Silver, the fucking CEO, the GM,
the
commissioner.
Commissioner,
yeah. He's done some great shit so far. Like now the offense cannot force defensive fouls.
Right.
Off faking shots and stuff. Thank fucking God, right? Landing area, I get it, right? Because you can break a guy's leg if he falls on you. I get that. Next thing on the list is to fire every ref ever. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm sure
they're
there's some
so
good refs.
garbage, bro. I don't know if you remember when we were in the playoffs. If one of the referees was Tony Brothers, it would be all over the news in Canada, because he's so fucking bad. Like. He has a vendetta against Flying International, I think.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I don't know what it is. I think they have to do something about the amount of fouls. Like, they have to change something.
Bro,
I don't know what you could change, but
a good free throw team is gaining extra 30 points a game because of it. It's ridiculous.
yeah, I mean,
it's so annoying. It slows the game down, right? Like I don't know about you, but like
I swear every time they drive to the basket, it's a foul. Every time. So stupid, man.
Dude, you want to hear some funny shit? In high school, right? We're playing like where I'm on the team, right? We had a dude who weighed like 250, right? He was like 6'4" or 5. Some 5'2" kid ran up and my guy took a charge. And the ref called it the first time, and the second time didn't call it, and it was a clean charge, right? It wasn't. He barely got hit size wise, but it was a charge call. And the ref comes up to us, he's like, I'm about to start calling fouls on your guy because he's fucking 2 feet taller. We look at him like, you're not an NBA ref, okay? You call the play, bitch.
There's no like fucking back and forth
Like,
shit.
dude, just imagine my boy, 6'4", 230 pounds in grade 11, and some fucking, it was a little Asian kid, 5'1", 102 pounds, just.
You know what they should do?
What?
I don't know how they would ever do this, but like some kind of robotic refs that
Oh, VAR.
that objective to every play. No fucking subjectivity. They have the fucking boundaries. They know exactly. And you can have refs on the court to like, inbound the ball or like separate fighting or whatever. But
That's called security right there.
yeah. Don't fucking do that shit. And everybody hates refs. Everybody that plays a sport hates the refs.
No. Like if you like hockey, the refs and the relationship between refs and the team is way better. Like the ref will explain why that's a foul. He'll even say if you fucked up. I don't know if you ever watched like the NHL mic'd up.
I mean, I played, so I know. But
relax, you were a goalie. Okay?
But
no, but
I would say it depends on the
no.
ref.
But do you ever watch those videos where it's the ref mic'd up?
Yeah.
The ref's like, he literally will be like, yo, I made a bad call. My bad. I'll give you guys a call later if there's one that can be made, right? Or the guy's like, okay, no worries. Like, you never see him like, oh, fuck yourself, ref, you fucking piece of shit. Like, it happens.
I know it definitely happens. They always swear at refs.
I know,
in the
but
NHL.
it's never like as bad as basketball, where it's like, remember the guy got ejected for looking at the ref.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
You're trying to intimidate me. I'm like,
Yeah, hockey is just it's better that way. There's more respect in the game, first of all, and it's like they're not for a lack of a better word, they're not pussies. Like,
oh yeah,
they're
they'll
just
take
tough
the
guys,
hit,
bro.
You know?
Yeah.
Like even with soccer, everyone was complaining that they added VAR, and I'm like, it does slow the game down a bit, but it fixed so many calls.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I don't watch a lot of soccer to be fair, right? But like every time there was a goal, like VAR would review it while the game was running. You know what I mean? Like who gives a shit?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's good for the game. Just shit like that. Like if you watch the Champions League final, the first goal got called off because of VAR.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone didn't know what was going on, but then the VAR literally showed that the player was offside. Right? So it fixed the game. I mean, Liverpool still lost anyways, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But like, still, like any other game, refs aren't costing you the game as much.
Right.
Like you can name in the playoffs. Let's say there's 100 games.
I mean, they kind of ruined the Leafs with the high stick, but that's more like he didn't see it. You know, when he high sticked him in the shoulder, and the guy's like...
But everyone was like, he shouldn't have been there in the first place. Because he didn't put the stick in the air.
Yeah.
He just didn't put it that high up.
But the guy also faked it, which you don't see every day.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like he moved his head because he didn't want to get hit by the stick. I don't know.
But yeah, like I'm just saying, like if there's 100 NBA games, you know that already 10 games will be refs decisions.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
It's the way it goes. But
it's just the way it is.
Just the way it goes. But yeah.
You know what?
Anything else? I think we're good.
I think we're Gucci right now. We're running out of topics, so
Yeah.
we won't let it go spoiled. We're gonna keep it fresh. You know what's up? But guys, with that being said, so we have the Clips channel with videos every single day. We have the TikTok with videos every single day. Make sure to comment on those videos. If you guys are still here, what I want you guys to say is bechamel sauce. Okay?
What is it?
Bechamel sauce.
Bechamel? What is that?
Sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the like. There's primary sauces.
Oh,
like,
okay.
It's like bechamel, hollandaise, I think tomato sauce.
Okay.
Whatever. Bechamel sauce, okay?
Yes, sir.
With that being said, guys, it has been your boy Jamie and Noah, FullofBS. You already know. Two dudes who act like we know everything, but actually don't know nothing.
But actually, we know everything.
Exactly. This is episode number 8. Make sure to follow the TikToks, the Clips channel, any of our socials linked down below. We'll make a link tree. That way it'll just stay everywhere we go. With that being said, guys, we'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Peace.